Happy holidays, everybody. Hopefully you guys are doing well. You guys are staying healthy. You guys are staying warm. Today, we're going to actually break down the Netflix and FIFA partnership. I found this very interesting yesterday and quite unexpected, to be quite frank. So I want to talk through it. I want to read through the press release a little bit and kind of give you guys my opinions and thoughts on it. And let me know in the comments down below if you guys think this game is going to be good, if what you think about it. So, we're obviously in this situation now where for the longest time, it was just FIFA, right? And EA was working with FIFA. You had eFootball, which was originally Pro Evolution, changed the name to eFootball, and honestly, that has gone downhill a lot. Konami just got super money hungry, has not really worked on the game much. We've had a couple newcomers now over the years with like UFL, which, guys, to be quite frank with you, people give them shtick about just spending money on people in promo, but their game has been getting better with updates and updates. I mean, people will not even remember that Fortnite was out for a while until the updates made it good enough, and then it really blew up. So, all these games, especially games that are free to play, like Rematch was a different type of game that came out, and I think they made a massive mistake by not being free to play. I think any game that's coming new into the scene that wants to make really a bang, Arc Raiders could be an exception, but I think being free to play is a huge deal nowadays. I think the games that get away with not being free to play are the games that have always not been free to play, and they just kind of keep that going, and their communities are fine with buying it. But it's really hard to get people to shift over to a game that's not free to play. So my point is that we've had UFL, which has made some noise, hasn't made the waves that, everybody was saying the FIFA killer, including myself. I'll say that, though, as a YouTuber, a lot of that was for the title and thumbnail to get views. I'll be real. It's not that I wasn't showing love to UFL. Look, I always try out the new football games that come out. I always am willing to support them because I know it's not easy. It's not easy to get people over, and, EA do have a lot of good stuff with their game. The fact of the matter is, FC has fallen off for sure the last couple of years. I think it's definitely since they lost the FIFA license, right? So, Gianni had hinted it last year, who's the president of FIFA, Gianni Infantino, and, we thought there was going to be a partnership with 2K. It was leaked at some point that FIFA was going to be working on FIFA 2K, okay? So I think it's time that theory is debunked. I don't think that's going to be a game, right? Now, that theory, that topic has had a lot of views on YouTube, right? A lot, where people are saying, okay, the leaks about 2K and FIFA. Look, it looks like Gianni has chosen to go with Delphi Interactive, and it's going to be on Netflix games. So Netflix, guys, obviously, if you don't know much about me, I am very in tune with business and markets. And look, Netflix is one of the most lucrative and well-owned companies in the world, especially on the public stock exchange, right? It's a huge company. So it's not surprising to me that they're trying to do this type of segue and add this into their streams of revenue or reasons. Now they're putting fights and sports on Netflix. It makes sense that they're trying to do games, right? I see the vision with that. I'm not sure if this is going to be a game that when Gianni was talking about it, it's going to be something that's going to really rival, some of these games out on the marketplace right now. But you can keep that opinion and make that decision yourself. So if we looked at the article, it says that this summer, so this is going to be out in the summer of 2026, that it's going to be out and it's going to be developed and published by Delphi Interactive, allows Netflix members, which means you're going to have to be a $7.99 a month member. So if you wanted to just sign up for Netflix next summer, it would cost $8 to experience the emotion and drama of the tournament in its purest, most joyful form, in a format that's fast to learn, thrilling to master, and built for anyone to jump in. Plus, you can play solo or with friends online. All you need is Netflix and your phone. Okay, so your phone. The FIFA World Cup is going to be the cultural event of 2026, and now fans will be able to celebrate their fandom by bringing the game right into their living rooms. Okay? FIFA is very excited to team up with Netflix Games and Delphi Interactive ahead of the FIFA World Cup. They say at the end it will be available for free to Netflix members and is a historic step for FIFA. So it's kind of paywalled. It's not the paywall that the recent game Rematch came out with. It was $30 or $40. It's going to be $8. And basically they say our mission is simple: make the FIFA game the most fun, approachable, and global football game ever created. Together with FIFA Netflix games, Delphi is building a game worthy of the world's favorite sport, a game that anyone, anywhere can pick up and instantly feel the magic of football. So this game will be available on select TVs in certain countries with plans to roll out further over time. So, what is this game going to look like? That's the million-dollar question. We hear that basically you're going to have the game on your screen, your monitor, your Netflix, and your phone. And your phone, it seems like, is going to be the controller. How does that work? How does that look? I don't know. Is this going to be a game that's going to have we're talking like a pro scene, because the last time FIFA was a thing was FIFA 23. So what is this going to be titled? Is this going to be called FIFA World Cup 2026? I mean, you think about the last time we had that World Cup mode, it was in the DLC, and what was it, FIFA 23? So that's the million-dollar question. How is this all going to look? Now, if you look in the article, it says, in a format that's fast to learn, thrilling to master, and built for anyone to jump in. Plus, you can play solo or with friends online. All you need is Netflix and your phone. So they've basically confirmed here you're going to be able to play online. So I don't know how this is going to look. I don't know how the licenses work. I don't know if, did EA, was it just the branding of the name was FIFA 23, but then everything in the game was owned by EA Sports? That's going to be what's really interesting to see. And I'll be honest, guys, we're going to see leaks and things coming out about this sooner than later because this is going to be out this summer. But the million-dollar question is, seeing UFL and goals in all these games and even the progress EA runs at and all these game developers, you look at GTA with how long it takes to make games. Are we having really high expectations for this? Because I'm not. They've just announced the partnership, and it's December. How good of a game could this really be if it's out in May or June, and they're just announcing this? Is it going to be, most mobile games you play online now, right? So just because it's online, does it mean we're going to have that expectation? I personally don't think so. I'm going into this not expecting much here. Gianni put on his Instagram, the president of FIFA, that there's going to be more exciting news coming really soon. Football is the biggest thing in the world. Together with FIFA and Netflix, Delphi is going to build this game. And, if you look around Twitter, most people are kind of like clowning, basically saying EA dreading the competition from FIFA creating their own football game, EA today, So I think the expectations for this are actually not that high, which is crazy considering the name is FIFA. I personally don't expect much. And I think the reaction around the community, is like, I think, people are expecting it to be like this. This is the main feedback because people are just looking at it like, okay, if it's not a console or a PC level game, it's something you play on Netflix with your phone as the controller. Really, how good could it be? And I think, unfortunately, I'd probably have to agree with that camp of people that are speculating and wondering that. I'm not sure if I'm feeling like this could really be that game. But it is going to be the first FIFA since FIFA 23, right? So this is the one we've been waiting on. And I guess regardless of all of it, maybe gaming in the future is going to be moving, to cloud stuff like this. I don't know. So what do you guys think about this? Do we think this is going to be a bust? Obviously I'll be trying it out for $8. I'll be redoing my Netflix membership to give it a go and see if it's any good as a review for a video. But I don't know. How good could this really be? So Netflix and FIFA, guys. FIFA World Cup 2026. No 2K. It's going to be with Netflix games and Delphi Interactive. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.